Hello lovely Flosstube friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, also known as Cross Stitch Bunny here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Today I am filming a Flosstube extra about the Nobam retreat. So it is the evening of Sunday the 20th of October and today I returned from Northampton where I spent a lovely couple of days at the Nobam retreat. Nobam stands for not only but also mirabilia, which means that you can stitch on anything at this retreat, although many people that go are people that also like to go to the mirabilia retreats, so there are always lots of fancy ladies in the room also. But I had a fantastic time, loads of beautiful stitching to see, great variety of projects in the room. This video is going to be sort of an overview of the whole retreat while it is still fresh in my mind. I was going to film tomorrow, but tomorrow I have a very busy day of catching up on all the stuff that has not been done around the house over the weekend. So I thought if I film it tonight, firstly, everything will be fresh in my mind, and secondly, it will free up my day tomorrow to be nice and productive and not worry about fitting in filming. So here we go. I have recorded various bits and bobs throughout the couple of days that I was at the retreat, and now I'm obviously going to be trying to thread it all together. I will try to do it in some sort of order that makes sense, but overall I have a little bit of everything to show you. So I'm going to show you my bedroom that I was in to give you an idea of what the rooms look like. There'll be a few snippets of the food that we had. Obviously I'm going to show you around the stitching room. We're going to have a sneaky peek at the finishers table, which I know everyone always enjoys having a nosy at. Have a little look at the de-stash table where people were de-stashing their goodies. I got a few pictures of the shops, although the shops were in two different rooms this time. I didn't capture every shop, but I do have a few snapshots of the shop offerings that were at the retreat. Is there anything else? I'm not sure. We will find out as I go along. Once I've given you sort of a preview of the retreat, then at the end of all the footage I took while I was there, I will come back onto the camera and I will show you my mystery box, which was amazing. There is a mystery box exchange at the Nobam retreat and I got a lovely, lovely box. It is absolutely beautiful, so I'd like to give you a peek in that and share that with you. I will show you some of the goodies that I got on the de-stash table as well, and the little bit of shopping I did with the shops. I will also talk through quickly what stitching I managed to get done myself while I was there. So I hope you enjoy the footage that is coming, and I will see you again when it's all done. It's Friday morning, the 18th of October, and I have finally escaped from the house with a piece of toast, and I am on my way to Northampton for the Nobam retreat. I cannot wait. It's 5 to 8 at the moment, a little bit later than I wanted to set off, but hopefully I will make good time and the traffic isn't too bad, so let's see what time I arrive. I was pleased that I did make good time on my journey, so I was pulling up to the hotel just before 10 o'clock. This is just the drive-in. This is the hotel grounds leading to the car parking area, which is very close to where you walk in, so not too far to lug all of your stitchy bags. This was the stitching room we were in, so this is different to previous videos you will have seen. Usually we are always at the same room in Northampton. This was a little bit different. We had been moved due to a double booking at the hotel. So this was the alternative room they placed us in. But as you can see, there was plenty of room for our tables and all our stuff. Don't think anyone was unhappy with the room change. Lighting wise, this room did have like no natural light whatsoever, but we all had our stitching lights and the lighting overhead was also decent. So that was good. This is a little bit of filming that I did just again when it was quiet and just showing you a glimpse of some of the projects in the room. So one of my favourite things about the Nobam is just the variety of stitching in the room. When you go to the Bella or the Mirabilia retreat, it is very much entirely fancy ladies, but as you can see when I just hopped around the room here, there was just so much variety, and I don't think on this video I captured any fancy ladies being stitched on. Everyone was just working on other smaller projects, and yeah, so much variety. So that is one of my favourite things about the Nobam, is there is just so much different stitching in the room. Absolutely lovely variety of projects to look at and get enabled. This one here is my friend Rachel stitching all her cute little figures. Very, very cute. So after a little bit of stitching and a lot of socialising, it is 2 p.m. I've had my lunch and came to grab my room key. This is my room. A very familiar sight by now if you are used to watching my Northampton videos. There have been a couple of them. The rooms are always very similar. So I've got a nice big comfy bed. I have a lovely view in this room actually, out onto the sort of fields and the trees. So yeah, really nice view here. Got my little desk, plenty of room to spread my stuff out, and I am very pleased that here they have the full-sized hair dryers. So you do get a proper hair dryer in your room and not one that's stuck inside the bathroom, which I hate. So that is good. Don't need to pack hair dryers when you come here. Got my little sort of tea and coffee station here. And my bathroom, I'll switch the light on, but there will be a bit of noise from the fan. This is my bathroom. So I have got a bathroom as opposed to a shower room this time. But yeah, got all my smellies here that are the ones that they give you to use, which is quite nice. What have we got here? Got my liquid hand soap. What's this one? Oh, and my hair and body wash to jump in the shower with, but I have brought all my own stuff, but there it is. This is my room, room 229, home for the next 2 nights. This is the de-stash table, so people can take things to the retreat that they've either done, such as charts that they've finished, or just things in their stash that they don't think they're going to get round to using, so they can get new homes. And I did adopt a few things from the de-stash table, which I will show you later. Shop-wise, we did have Karen selling her jams. The picture here is very depleted. She had a lot more stock than this, but a lot of it was snapped up and sold. I brought home 7 or 8 jars myself, and it's for a great cause because Karen runs a bit of a project at the school she works at. So the children help her to grow the produce, and then they make the jams, sell them, and all the proceeds go back into the project. And I think she raised over £140, so that's amazing. There were the other shops there, so selling loads of different bits and bobs, loads of charts, patterns, needle minders, lots of lovely bits. I did take a few pictures. Unfortunately, I did not snap a picture of Hawk and Tobby's arena shop because they were in their own dedicated room, but they had a lovely selection of supplies with them also. Yes, there were plenty of goodies for us all to browse. Moving on to finishes. So that is always one of the most wonderful parts of the retreat, is seeing all the beautiful finished things people bring along to share. All these framed ones you are seeing have been framed by Robert at Hawk and Tobby's, and they were brought to the retreat for their owners to collect and take back home. So yeah, some absolutely stunning framed pieces, so beautiful. I did try and film as many of the finishes as I possibly could, but there was just an overwhelming number, so some of them I may have missed. I also really apologise for the lighting. So when I was filming the finishes table, it was just impossible to avoid glare and shadows as I was going along, just because of the lighting situation in the room. All artificial lighting and a lot of shadows, but I hope that you still enjoy. That little jumper finish there was a retreat finish, so the little Noel jumper, that was Teresa's finish, and she finished that on day 1. She was very pleased with herself. And then there were all these lovely larger finishes that people had brought along for the brag table. I love that dragon there, so super cute, and so many stitches in that piece. This piece in the middle, I do not know who stitched it. If anyone is watching that was at the retreat and knows who did that piece, let me know in the comments. It was absolutely beautiful and absolutely huge, but it was amazing. I don't know who the pattern's by, I don't know the designer, but it was so striking, absolutely beautiful. We had piles and piles of ladies to admire and look at. Like so many Nora and Mirabilia and Bella finishers. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to stop talking and just let you enjoy looking at some of these beautiful stitch pieces. Although every single finish on the table was absolutely stunning, I did want to make a special mention of this beautiful finished Maiden of Tabataha, which has just been framed. This was Gina's piece, and I absolutely loved seeing her finished. It really spurred me on to get mine out of her bag and start to work on her on day 2. Gina's finish was absolutely beautiful. She had made a few amendments to the beads in the tail, which worked really well. And yes, just a stunning piece to be proud of. I really enjoyed looking at all those finishes again, and this was some of the food that we had if you're interested. So breakfast every morning had a cooked breakfast offering, but also all the sort of continental breakfast items you would expect. I went for a cooked option every time. Then we had various buffet options for lunches and dinners. I did not starve. There was something at every meal that I liked, always like 5 or 6 different options, and then desserts. So yes, I came home very well fed. I hope that you've enjoyed that, and I hope that by the time I've edited it all together, it made some kind of sense. As I said, I had an absolutely fantastic time, and no retreat is complete without a little bit of shopping. So I'm going to show you some of the goodies that I have come home with. The first thing I'm going to show you is a purchase from Susie's little bag shop. And I'll show you this one very quickly and then put it away, because I hid this as soon as I got home, and I'm worried that if Daisy and Hadley wake up while I'm filming this and one of them comes in, they will catch me red-handed with it. So I'm going to show this quickly, put it away, and then show you everything else. So I bought this from lovely Susie. It is like a project folder with the Velcro, and you open it out and it's got 2 slidey pockets, 2 zip pockets, and you can see all the fabric in it. These lovely unicorns. It's all unicorns on the outside. It's quilted, and I've got this for Daisy as part of her Christmas present for this year. Not that she will necessarily immediately start using it as a stitching folder, but it will hold like A4 papers and any of like the small thin reading books that she brings home from school. And I just thought it was so beautiful and very Daisy that I had to have it for her. So I'm sure she's going to love this, whatever it ends up used for. I'm going to pop this one away, and then we will look at all the stuff that's actually for myself. Also from the shops, I treated myself to this duck bag, again by Susie. It's a lovely, lovely duck print, and it matches the little like Aut catcher that I got from Susie in Essex. It's the same fabric, and then it's lined with just like a very pale floral print in white, which you may or may not be able to see on the camera. There was a duck bag when I went to Essex, and I loved the fabric, but I tested it to see if my number 4 sized Nerge hoop would fit inside it, and it was a little bit too big. I couldn't get it inside and be able to zip up the bag. So Susie said to me that she would see if she had enough duck fabric left to make any more, and she did. So she made me this one. It's not vinyl fronted, it is just completely fabric, which is what I wanted, because I just love the fabric of this bag so much that I wanted the whole thing to be fabric, and Susie made one for me that would specifically fit my size 4 Nerge. So thank you, Susie, I love it, very happy with that. I also picked up a couple of nice bits of fabric. So this is a sparkly fabric from Kate. It is just like all different pinks. This is not a particular colour, because occasionally Kate does ones that are just random, and all of them are called Solitaire. It's not actually a given name, as I found out. She explained at the retreat, if they say Solitaire on them, they're just random one-off pieces. So I grabbed this sparkly one. And although I do hand dye fabric myself and sell it myself, I still like looking at other people's pretty fabrics. And this one I could not resist. So that's fabric number 1. Fabric number 2 is this one, which is also sparkly. I'm not going to get it out of the bag because they are just a pain to get them all refolded. This is bubblegum, and it is again super sparkly, really nice interesting mix of colours. got another solitaire piece. This is a 25 count, so I'm not sure what I will do on this. Usually I go for 32 or 28, but it was so pretty, just like a very pale sort of blue mottle, that I decided, oh, buy it now and work out what to stitch on it later. So that is my other piece of sparkly fabric. And another solitaire one, lots of randoms that took my fancy. This is like another pinkish one, but different hues to the first pink one. And again, opal. I do like my sparkles. So that is that. I got these, which I didn't purchase at the retreat. These were from Anita. So Anita went to Stitch North and she asked us at the time, like in our little group, like our messenger group, if anybody wanted any Roxy Floss, because Roxy Floss was a vendor at Stitch North. And she had picked these up for me, and obviously Stitch North was quite some time ago now, and I had forgotten. I'd forgotten that I asked her to get these, so I was really surprised when she turned up with them. I got one of the Yellow Delicious, which is that one. I got two of the Jungle Nights, which is this one. And then I got two Nostalgia, which is like my favourite one, like this plummy colour. No idea what they're going to be for. I just loved these colours. And I was hoping with having two each of these ones that there might be some like smaller projects that I can do. You know, ones where it's just a single colour or two colours that you pick. I was hoping that like two of these would be enough to stitch a single small project. They are 8 yards each. So yeah, I've got 16 yards of two colours and just the single 8 yard of the other. But yes, hoping to find something nice to use those with. De-stash table, I picked up this lovely piece of fabric from Sam's De-stash. This is a 32 count even weave. It's plain, not opal. But I just really liked the pretty colours. It's like a greyish green, very nice. And I got a couple of charts from Teresa's De-stash. The first one is Country Cottage Needleworks Our Love Nest, which I just think is so super cute. I love the pink house, very sweet. The next one also features a house, and this is a Lizzie Kate called Home is Where We Share. I really like that one. It says, home is where we share and love and grow. And that one will be a super quick stitch, not very big at all. The last chart I got from Teresa is this Cricut Collection welcome chart. So it's one of like the long skinny rows, very similar to the spring, summer, autumn, winter patterns by the same designer. But this one says welcome, and I just really like the look of it. Love that it's got a little chicken over here, because I do like patterns with chickens. So that is the third pattern that I picked up in De-stash. And that long one by the Cricut Collection, when I show you the finishes table, if you've not already seen that, or you may have already seen that actually. Yes, I have to remember that I'm going to be slotting things in. Yeah. The finishes that I will have already shown you on the finish table are by the same designer, the ones that were done as flat folds, and I would love to end up finishing that as a flat fold. I just need to build up some confidence. I need to stitch it first and then build up the confidence to follow a couple of tutorials and actually try it. So that was my haul. I then did receive a little gift. This was a gift from Liz. So Liz gifted me this really cute little kit of flowers. It comes with 8 count Ada, so like large whole Ada. It says down here, where is it? Yeah, there, 8 count Ada. And Liz gave me this to pass on to Daisy, because obviously Daisy has been taking a bit of an interest in like crafting and sewing in general. And I'm very much wanting to encourage her to lean towards doing a bit of cross stitch. Obviously she will not be able to tackle this by herself, but I will definitely help her. And she was super, super excited to get this little gift from Liz. She's already sent Liz a little thank you video for it and she cannot wait to start it. She wanted me to start it with her straight away tonight. I was like, no, because it's a school night. She has to be up in the morning and this is going to take a little bit of time. But I promised her that we will start it in the school holidays that are fast approaching, because they're in school for 5 more days and then they will be off for a week. So during that week, we are going to do some flower stitching. So thank you, Liz, for that, and thank you to everyone that was destashing. I love my little purchases. I am going to show you my mystery box next, which is amazing. So this is my lovely mystery box. The box itself is really nice and sturdy. Can definitely repurpose this as a supplies box. This is like a mini mystery box, so unlike the Mira and the Bella retreats where you have like a 10 item box, the Nobam retreat has like a 6 prompt box. So I'm not picking these out in order, but I will tell you what the prompt is for each item. So this item here in my box is the Letters from Nora Corbett chart for the letter M. It's a very pretty chart. This is called Madeline, the Fairy Madeline. Very cute, and the prompt for this item was selecting one item to put in your box with one of the letters of Nobam. So it could have been an item that was N, O, B, A or M. My box had an M item in it. So yes, a lovely lady chart. Next item in my box is this gorgeous... Ooh, I'm going to take it out actually, if I can. I've got it in this cute little bag, but it is a gorgeous needle minder. Can slide it out. The prompt for this item was something with a butterfly theme. So very blingy, crystally, lovely needle minder. I have tested it out already. I used it for a little bit at the retreat when I was stitching on my mermaid. And yes, very pretty, very happy with that. Another prompt for the box was a charity item, something to support a charity, and I got this lovely badge to support the Royal British Legion. So it is like a wreath of poppies. Very pretty, absolutely love this, really nice pin badge. So that's beautiful. Another prompt was something pink, and I didn't get just one pink item in my box, but I got 3. So I got these lovely pink scissors that have a floral print on them. They're so nice, lovely and sharp. Also got this lovely Zweigart fabric. This is a 32 count Murano even weave, and it is a fat quarter, so it's a nice big piece, 70 by 50. Really like that. And I got this lovely piece of finishing fabric. So this is an Ofadara patchwork cotton fabric piece. So lovely for finishing or making something out of. Yeah, really pretty. Daisy would like this actually, with all the little umbrellas on it and the fact that it's pink. So yeah, I was super lucky on that item that I actually got 3 items. Another prompt in the box was 2 of something. So it could have been any item, but 2 of something. This was actually the first item that I opened in the box when they were drawing out the numbers. And I got these 2 little Christmas Mill Hill kits, which are so adorable and cute. I got the little snowman and I got the little Santa, with all the bits to do them. So they've got like the perforated paper in there, which you can't see because it's hidden behind all the threads and all the beads. But yes, 2 gorgeous little Mill Hill kits. Love those, as you'll know. Do have quite a collection of Mill Hills, but I don't have either of those, so that was super lucky. Then the last prompt for the box was something that reminds you of autumn, and I got this gorgeous little bag. It's got like all these little autumn doodly images on it. and lots of writing. So it's got like Spice-tastic, pumpkin credible, I can't believe, how such, pumpkin spice everything. Yeah, it's just got loads of random little funny words on it, all to do with pumpkins, leaves and autumn. Not only did I get the bag, but inside the bag there was a little hoop for framing a small, a little thread organiser, always useful, and I got 4 lovely like autumn inspired variegated threads that are all from DMC. I've got like this nice yellowy one, a green, like all the russets, browns and reds in this one, and this one's a selection of like oranges and yellows. So yeah, that was my mystery box. Thank you so much to Claire, who obviously put a lot of effort into it. I absolutely love it, really love it. I always think the mystery box is super fun. So that is everything. Hopefully, as I said, I've slotted in everything else to make some sort of coherent sense. I will tell you what stitching I managed to get done, and then we will be all finished. So I took 4 projects with me to Nobam. I took my Winter Woods piece, my Bella Filipina Mermaid, my Bothy Variety of Life, and what else did I take? My New Start by Primrose Cottage Designs, Welcome to the North Pole. On day 1, I stitched on my Bothy Rendell. So this is what it looked like when I sat down and pulled it out of the bag. And this is as far as I got by the end of the retreat. But yes, pleased with what I got done. On day 2, I pulled out my Mermaid in the morning. Didn't get a huge amount of stitching done on it because the hotel at Sedgebrook does actually have a nice beauty room and spa treatments available, and it has become a bit of a tradition for me that every time I go there on the Saturday morning I book the 9 AM slot to go for a massage. So I end up getting to the stitching room a little bit later on the Saturday morning because I go to that first. But in the couple of hours that I did work on my mermaid, I got like a little bit done on her tail. So yeah, I worked on my Bella Mermaid, Maiden of Tabataha, and then after lunch I switched out and had a new start. So myself and Teresa and Susie and Gina and Nikki are all stitching Welcome to the North Pole. Nikki and Susie had already started, so it wasn't a new start for them, but myself, Gina and Teresa all started it at the retreat, and we all got to various stages. I will pop a picture on the screen. So this picture shows where I got to, where Teresa got to, and we were the 2 that had started it as a new start in this picture. Gina's is unfortunately missing from the picture because we waited until the end of the retreat to photograph it so that we could obviously see how far we got along, and Gina had already packed hers away, and I think she'd already properly put it in the depths of her bag and it was too problematic to get to it. But I can say that Gina did get further along than both myself and Teresa. She is a little bit ahead of us at this point. And then the other 2 that you can see in the picture are Nikki's. Nikki was working on hers at the retreat, and then also Susie's, and I don't think Susie put any stitches into this over the weekend. She just brought it along so we could all see where she was at. But yes, as the year goes along, hopefully we're all going to stitch on it. Not sure that any of us will have it finished for this Christmas, but yes, it's a nice one that we can all chip away at and keep working on. Maybe some of us will finish it for next Christmas. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, a little peek of what the retreat was like, and if you were there, then I hope this is like a nice collection of like little memories that you have of the retreat and a little reminder to look back on all the fun that we had. And if you've not been to a retreat before, it shows you what the retreats at Northampton are like. They are a lot of fun. Everybody is so friendly. I had a fantastic table of lovely ladies. loads of other friendly, familiar faces in the room and also new faces. I did get around, I think, to the majority of tables to have a little nosy at what everyone was stitching and have a little chat. I sat next to like different people at lunches and breakfasts and dinners. Yeah, so I did do quite a fair bit of socialising this time, not just limited to my own table, and everyone is just so welcoming and so nice, and we all love to chat about cross stitch. So yeah, it's always a lovely experience to just go and spend a nice weekend with other stitchers. Take care everyone, and I will see you at the very end of this month or the very beginning of next month for my final October roundup of exactly what stitchy progress I have made. Until then, take care, happy stitching. Good night everyone.